For all the shit that I've been trying to kind of convince myself to even continue watching Monday Night Raw, convincing myself that Evolution's actually going to be a decent pay-per-view to even continue watching. What's the point of entire shit? Why does this have to be in Long Island? Why do you have to go to Saudi Arabia for mainly male competitors, even though you're trying to include women on almost every scale? Why is the WWE Network coming from being uh, wrestling encyclopedia where everybody can literally just watch documentaries, backstage, watch old papers, watch short recaps of the show without going on YouTube? And it's a cheap subscription. They're just doing almost anything abundant. And now I'm hearing that they're going to do house shows. I don't really care. It's really worth not actually watching the show. And now I have something about Roman Reigns suddenly having a history of battling leukemia that we never even heard of over the past few fucking years. Roman Reigns been even in the Shield. Now he has leukemia some apparent reason. I don't understand. What's the point? I'm really not understanding now if he does have leukemia. I find this a stretch because we did a literal feud with Shawn Michaels and Mr. McMahon over Christianity, fake wrestlers faking ethnicity, and Eugene was a man literally faking to be autistic. And now we're going to go over Roman Reigns now suddenly battling leukemia. Now I have trust issues now with WWE over the course of watching this for nearly a decade and a half. And over the time of watching this, I would love to hear. I wouldn't mind if Roman Reigns had leukemia. That's a legit reason. I hope he gets well soon. If this really is a true reason why he should cut from holding the Universal Championship. And yes, I think it would be better if we had a real champion. I hate the crown jewel. I hate the idea. King of the Ring should be a better pay-per-view to resolve this if you want to actually make a big show for October. It's near the end of October. Evolution's this week on Sunday in Nassau Coliseum in Long Island. If you want to watch it, if I were you, I wouldn't waste my money. I swear to God, if you watch WWE Superstars, I'm telling you right now, I would rather waste money watching WWE Superstars than wasting all of my money watching this bullshit. I swear to you, and it's coming to conclusions that watching SmackDown, Raw, NXT, if you really want to waste time with Tough Enough, if you really care about most of this bullcrap that's been going on for the past couple months, making this crown jewel event, bringing Rey Mysterio back, bringing Batista back, that's only there for SmackDown 1000. That was a complete wash of a show. I already reacted to it. And all things aside, Raw was just a poor show, even showing about this breast cancer awareness stuff. And really, we're talking about you now kicking with leukemia this in October, where WWE supports breast cancer. That just sounds a bit convenient, in my opinion. You could have done this November, December, September. He could have gave us a little bit of why of him overcoming leukemia before. I've never heard about this in his bio, and I understand that's a bit of personal information. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if he didn't want to discuss that he suffered leukemia, and that's a reason why he would relinquish the title. But this could have been done privately, and he didn't have to do this in front of everybody, of thousands of people in under 5 million watching now. The show was terrible. We opened up with fucking Leo Rush now managing fucking Bobby Lashley. Like, I really care. Bobby Lashley hasn't been terrible since his comeback in the main roster. He have not been in any feuds. There's no feuds. There's no reason to fight anymore. Everybody just wrestles for workhorsing and proving that they're over. They're not over. You guys don't speak. You guys don't get any antics. You guys don't prove anything. I'd rather have Alex Riley, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins Jinder Mahal, the Great Khali, Carlito. Fuck it. I'd rather have Jeff Hardy weeded out at this point if it's to have a better entertaining show where legit feuds are on the line. Why I would even waste my time. It's been months now, and I think the biggest show and the best show wasn't even canon. We had a greatest Royal Rumble. What did it mean? It was still 30 men. We were gifted a championship. I think we were in fucking India, and Braun Strowman was giving a fake championship. And what reason? Was that a welcoming gift? The fuck is this? What's the point of this in Saudi Arabia? I can't get this out of my mind, really. What's the point of doing this in Saudi Arabia? What's the point? All this time making this entire show of including women into a women's battle royal, including the women to have their own all women's pay-per-view, a women Royal Rumble. You had a women elimination chamber nobody remembers. You had a women Money in the Bank a year ago, nobody cares. You have a women's pay-per-view that I know is going to be forgettable. Even if you run Lita, Trish Stratus, Molly Holly, China back from the dead, even Karma, nobody will watch your show. You guys can't write. You guys can't make actual impressive or at least remarkable stories that people can get behind or at least remember or anybody to care about. Nobody remember what happened over the course of any women feud in the course of this decade unless you remember Michelle McCool, Mickie James feuding. That's about it. Or the Bella's retarded feud. And how I'm going to break this down for you, I hate this feud. I hate this feud with the Bellas to try to bring themselves into relevancy, and pretty much the fucking reason why in the hell they're even feuding around the Rouseys is relevancy. That they can't wrestle. Brie Bella botched kicking somebody in the face, fake kicking somebody in the face. A child can mess that up and that would be acceptable. Not a woman. Not a professional woman, not a professional wrestler that I've been doing this for now above a decade, yet you can't do a kick correctly and cause a woman to be literally caused with the X sign and put into a fucking ambulance. You're that bad. You women are botchy. You guys can't wrestle. You guys are disinteresting. The reason why you guys even got fucking popular was because of this all women's inclusive reality show. And one of you guys are married to a popular wrestler and a man that's now one of the biggest actors in WWE and one of the biggest performers in WWE. And I swear it's not because of personalities that these guys wanted to fuck you. It's not impressive in the slightest. And watching all this bullcrap happen for 3 hours, it kind of gets annoying. I'd rather watch the Giants lose to the Falcons 3 times than watching that for an all-nighter than watching you women just wrestle. And that's not being sexist. It's a pure hard fact. You guys can't do your job. And that's hard for me to say while watching this for a long time, seeing a lot of at least average performers like Beth Phoenix, Gail Kim, Mickie James, Lita, Molly Holly wasn't that bad. Victoria wasn't that bad, but I think she was used badly. Karma, that's Awesome Kong. If you don't watch Impact, thank God you don't. At least Impact tries to be unique or interesting. That's something that I swear WWE should experiment with. Or Trish Stratus, it's not good enough. And even though you make all these shows, you have to know one thing. None of these women do anything to change the game. They either do flips, do lifts, nothing else. Nothing of them screams that they can actually beat somebody up in real life. That's what I don't understand. But people like Steve Austin, The Rock, they can actually do bullcrap. They have athleticism. They actually have charisma. They can actually change the game of the match. They can be brutal. They can be stiff. They can be impactful. They can change a match. That's something that we can get behind. That's why people love The Rock, Steve Austin so much. People like Brie Bella that steals moves, Nikki Bella that can only do a few lifts, then fake punch her way out for a 20-minute match, is not good enough to be an actual good fucking homegrown product. Plus, Bobby Lashley lost to Finn Balor by a quick roll-up. You see, that's a failure. I'm going through this rant, and literally why I'm telling you people this, because it's a complete disappointment. It's a complete disappointment, and as much as I really don't want to talk shit about something I've been seeing for a long time now, and seeing this go up the upside from the early 2000s, where I got to love so many guys. I love people like Spike Dudley. I love people like Rob Van Dam. I love people like Paul London or Kendricks. I love guys like that. That's those guys can actually do moves that actually make you say, "Wow." These guys can make you actually do something like, "Wow." And now these guys are out the company. You guys have nearly people that can do almost the exact same moveset, and they have no charisma. They have no charisma. Rob Van Dam had a laid back personality. You can actually get behind that because people were chill. Everybody's nearly the exact same personality. Nobody has their own set and goals in mind. Nobody wants to feud with each other. Nobody has a bone to pick with each other. That's literally it. Everybody's doing what's best for business because they just have to do this 24 hours a day. They have to do live events, pay-per-views. They have to go do local events. They got to now go around the world now, thanks to going to Saudi Arabia, and I think they're going to England. They're monitoring up for NXT for developmental talent. They're doing superstars. They're doing all this bullshit, and nobody wants to watch it. Why are they doing this to themselves? Why? Wow, there was another match consisting of, I think it was a tornado tag consisting of Nia Jax, Amber Moon, Tamina Snuka, and Dana Brooke. That match was choppy as all hell. Tamina Snuka can't do super kicks anymore. Amber Moon literally has to do anything because she can finish a match with actual crazy finisher, while Nia Jax is unathletic as hell and can't do shit around the ring. Dana Brooke can't wrestle. The match was a complete slugfest. Thanks, two of the women were overweight. One woman can't wrestle, and the other girl trying to do a big move that consists of using the top rope into a stunner. I like Amber Moon, but everybody's a feminist. Everybody has a feminist motion. Even though there's one championship and there's no other opportunity set for women, women don't set an opportunity for other women. And you're telling me right now that making this women's pay-per-view is going to make female wrestling up the map, that people will rather watch women indie wrestling, watch death matches, barbed wire titty brawls, fucking barbed wire explosive titty fucks on the ring. I'm not trying to make fun of indie wrestlers. Do anything you can to get that cheddar and try to get yourself in bigger promotions to get more cheddar. Do any of that. Do whatever you love. But I'm not watching and wasting 3 hours of my time in women's wrestling that I don't care about. Ruby Riott had Sasha Banks. Why are these women friends? Literally, Natalya has nothing to do with Bayley and Sasha Banks. Why is Sasha Banks still friends with Bayley? I don't understand. What's the point of doing this? Aren't they feuding for the women's title? Because they don't want to fuck with Ronda Rousey. These women have been fighting for 2 years now. They've been fought in NXT. That doesn't mean anything anymore. They're just friends. Bygones be bygones for everybody. Everybody wants a participation trophy. It doesn't make any sense. While the Riot Squad is the most retarded, just absolutely irrelevant part of the women's division. They're mediocre. They look like they're a fictional group for WWEKids.com. They are no reason to actually be a shadow of the doubt relevant in the course of watching this entire program. They suck. They can't wrestle. They can't move. These women can't take kicks. These women can't sell. This match was a complete bore. I don't remember any moves. God damn it, stop. Just stop with this Riot Squad. Stop with these stupid factions. You're trying to make these women independent? Make them independent. Make them have tournaments. Make them have tag tournaments if you want them doing six women tag matches all the fucking time. Make a tag title. Do something. Make a minuscule title and make the rest of the female mid-card relevant at this point. Because it's either that or I'm not watching. It's 3 hours of a television show. I'd rather be watching the Falcons shit on the goddamn Giants, and the Giants were close to winning that game. Except by a terrible onside kick. God damn it. Just everything's been pissing me off this week. And it's only fucking Tuesday that I'm doing this. It's only a Tuesday. The main event was literally a tag title match. And it wasn't against the biggest guys in the goddamn show. It was literally Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, that are tag team champions. Somehow they're friends. Somehow they allied to be tag champions, even though they have their own agendas in mind. Completely shifting out the note that no one gives a shit about the Crown Jewel event. Dolph Ziggler made the Intercontinental Championship relevant with Dean Ambrose. The Shield are still together. Why? We'll go over that later. We had an address again because literally we ran out of ideas how to actually make an intimidating promo anymore with two men that are near retirement. Undertaker that doesn't give a fuck. Kane that doesn't give a fuck. Triple H that doesn't give a fuck. I'm just trying to work with China. What happened to the Chinese recruits anyway? I don't understand what you guys are doing. Shawn Michaels said it's bald and just a lot of bull crap for a tag match that nobody wants to watch. It's rest in peace every end of the Undertaker's promo and then addressed by DX that I skipped because I didn't want to watch that shit and I actually wanted to watch something that could entertain me. WWE misses that fact that people don't give a fuck about these dream matches with the same dudes that are near 60 years old. Anybody get that in mind? Or is it just me? Or else I just want to waste $10 to watch a streaming service that people just illegally stream anywhere and WWE doesn't care at this point. I know this shit ain't going to get views. I don't care if anybody watches. I don't care if 100 watch it. If it's 100, I don't give a fuck. I'll comment to anybody that has something important to say, has anything intelligent, has any actual notion about talking about WWE. I will always comment. I will always show my opinion and see what you guys got to say. It might be interesting, might be stupid. I don't care. I'll give you the same expression like I am right now. And it's coming to my fact that Elias Sampson is with the same shit. It's the same routine shit, and people eat this up. I don't mind Elias Sampson. He doesn't sink for anybody else. He beats people, but he's never in a championship opportunity. He should be feuding with Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship, and nobody cares. Elias Cruz, Apollo is not even Apollo Cruz anymore. Fucking nigger, piece of shit, faggot, shouldn't even be in WWE at this point. He should be down. Nobody thinks the WWE giraffe should be in contusion. And my idea was to make NXT implemented into the WWE draft so we can demote wrestlers that are not doing their job and don't have any screen time. And they promote the youngsters. Raw and SmackDown should be drafting and changing up their roster every year to make different shit fresh. I thought they would do stuff like that, but WWE doesn't want to do it. They don't change their setups on their pay-per-views. They don't change their setups on their ideas, their match setups on Raw, SmackDown. You don't see any ladder matches, table matches, Extreme Rules matches. You don't see any street fights. No last man standing matches unless you want to sleep to 8 to 11 o'clock for the actual main event that nobody will watch. We have no big stars now. We have Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. Unless Seth Rollins really comes to his 2015 self, maybe I would actually like to watch Raw or something. There's no faction. There's no big person. The GM is a face. I mean, the GM is a heel, but no one gives a fuck about Baron Corbin that looks like a fucking manager that works at Target that is beating testicular cancer. I don't give a fuck about Baron Corbin. Kurt Angle shouldn't be GM either unless he's heel. A GM isn't that effective unless he's heel, has a certain quirk about him, or has a neutral personality. Something like that. A babyface never works as a GM unless he really has something big to blow up the joint. But we don't, thanks we have no big stars. We'll keep hiring fucking niggas like Rhino that's still in the roster, Goldust. We'll try to plead with Cody Rhodes, even though it looks like he's doing way better than how he was in actual WWE Stardust. And then he's fired. Thank God. He quit. Almost every guy that actually had potential to be a bigger star quit. Cody Rhodes quit. I think he was cut. And then there is CM Punk that was potential to actually be a main eventer, but he bitched. He bitched about actually becoming a good main eventer. And he just held the title for 300 days. He faced off against Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Undertaker. God damn. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins would wish to face guys like that. Roman Reigns the only guy who accomplished at least a few of those things and beats John Cena and shit, man. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Just thanks. Unsubscribe if you want to. And yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't even know he had leukemia. I never even heard any history about him having leukemia. This is just some really retarded shit. No one cares about the main event. Dean Ambrose turned heel. At least something different happening. I didn't want them to hold the tag titles for long. I know those are going to be vacant as well. And fucking Dolph Ziggler is going to have autism and he's going to get fired. I want that to happen. I really do, because I'd rather pay attention and see Dean Ambrose have chemo than watch that dumb shit. Dean Ambrose should be a heel. He looks like Homer Simpson already, so he better do some dumb shit. Motherfucker really made the show boring, bro. There was barely any matches that I remember. No one cares about most of the match. We literally had Titus O'Neil come up because this was late in the show, and he was supporting breast cancer. Cancer is unacceptable. Somehow, we have to accept breast cancer. It will be part of the next pay-per-view next month. Next to Survivor Series. So Survivor Series will be cut out the roster and shit. Vince is gonna retire and give ownership to Triple H. Oh wow, I'm pushing. Yo, you're pushing it, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we had a different ownership, but we know how Vince McMahon is. If Vince McMahon actually has something actually important to say, if Triple H actually has important ideas than just pushing NXT talent and actually showing some good signs of big talent, actually finding international talent, I mean, that would actually be good. But thanks, the dude's already making billions, and the dude's gonna put SmackDown on Fox, but it's gonna be the same crap. There's no reason to even think of putting Triple H to ownership until McMahon dies. Yeah, he's gonna get a gold encrusted fucking coffin if that bullshit comes to pass, bro. Sorry, I don't know about that. If it was up to me, I wouldn't mind if we had a different line of ownership. But who would you have? A longtime wrestler as owner, or a longtime promoter in the son of a longtime promoter in the WWF, and now he's a billionaire for the WWE. Yeah. What about Shane? I don't know about Shane, bro. He just seems there to just get a paycheck and a shine and relevancy. I don't really care about Shane McMahon. I don't care if Stephanie owns it, really. If it was Stephanie, god damn, that would be kind of stupid. Like, she would just try to force herself to be heel, and she's gonna be putting goddamn female pay-per-views over the actual main 4 pay-per-views in the goddamn schedule. If it was me, I would just fire half the roster. I would fire half the fucking roster, bro. Including SmackDown's roster. There's literally nobody big on SmackDown and Raw. Except Braun Strowman. Sorry about that. That was technical difficulties. If it was up and Braun Strowman, he's literally the biggest guy going. He's the most trendiest guy currently in WWE. And he's literally the only thing that gets people excited about watching the show. I mean, you got a guy that lifts up an ambulance truck, and you got a guy that just says, ooh, and cocks his fist like he's jacking off. Then we got Dean Ambrose that's retarded and does the most sporadic movements. And we have Seth Rollins that just does the same moves, except he got the curb stomp back after 2 years. WrestleMania match with Batista and Triple H. I would love to see that, but I know if this happens, Triple H might win. It'd be cool as hell. Yo, I'd be wishing this for years now, to have Batista faced off against bigger opponents. I haven't seen a big match of Batista since, if anybody remembers the match John Cena had with Batista at WrestleMania 26. I would love to watch that. I would love to watch Triple H and Batista. I agree with that. It just seems like Triple H is going to fight another elderly man at this point, because Triple H is facing off against 2 fucking cancer patients, and Kane and goddamn Undertaker. That nigga already knows he has gray hair. They just dye it. And Kane, that's going to be the president of the United States in 2020. It I'm sorry, Shawn Michaels bald, bro. Like, what's the point of watching this? Crown Jewel ain't shit. Nobody cares about Crown Jewel at this point. And watching most of this crap, it's really stupid. Yeah. Break the table. I think that's a wrong show. That's the wrong show. They never hit a table in the match. I think that was Extreme Rules are over the limit. Yeah. Anyway, anything else? The main event was simple. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre was facing off against Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins for the tag team titles. Anything else? There was not much. A lot of women promotions. We had a contract signing with Nikki Bella. And stop. How old are you? You're wearing snapbacks. You are wearing snapbacks. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff that happened on Raw. And it's how old are you wearing snapbacks and you still can't wrestle? Your sister did a kick and she botched and literally hit somebody. She literally hit somebody. You suck. Brie Bella sucks. Nikki Bella sucks. We're just going to see Ronda Rousey toss that girl like a ragdoll while still stuttering in the middle of a promo. And it can't say under 20 words in a sentence. Yeah. Still, I think you have the wrong pay-per-view up, Mike. CM Punk even said that he will definitely go back to WWE and the second Vince McMahon dies. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, shit. That if that actually happens, I would die to watch Raw. Just take out 1 hour and I would watch it. Damn. R-Truth would be coming out with another mixtape and shit. We be seeing Carmella getting a sex tape with Enzo Amore, and Enzo works with Lil Wayne and dumb shit like that, or tries to slap Lil Pump in the ass because Enzo's about that life. He's about that consensual shit with young children or women. It's good. It's good for WWE. It's good for CM Punk also if he actually dies. And I really hate CM Punk. I really hate him. I like his wrestling sometimes. And it would be okay if we fucked up if Vince dies. And that's the reason if the show gets better, Vince McMahon dies and the show gets some good ratings again. That would be fucked up. Yeah. It ended up with Nikki running out the ring and we had a contract signing. No one cared. No one's gonna watch Evolution. Anybody gonna watch Evolution? Yeah, I remember the pipe on, bro. Yeah, it was crazy, but I thought it was still scripted. Well, Mike, he quit. He quit. He's complaining about health problems and shit. He quit. It wasn't because Vince fired him, because he was gone in 2013. No, he was gone. Yeah, he was gone 2013. Then came back 2014. Then he quit again. So he quit twice over complaints about him being a main eventer. And this is the problem with most of these guys, like Ryback that was gone in the company, Shad, JTG, Rob Van Dam, and some of these guys come with crazy ass resumes. If Sheamus quits WWE, I would roast the shit out of him if you actually blamed miss fucking booking. The guy was WWE champion under 6 months of being in the company. The guy won the Royal Rumble 2 years after. The guy won King of the Ring in 2010. Sheamus won Money in the Bank. Sheamus did nearly anything. Bobby Lashley is one of the best competitions for Brock Lesnar. Man, Mike, I would love to agree with you, bro, but they're never gonna do that match. They're never going to. He faced him back in the day. I don't know about that because Lashley was I think Lashley was in 2005 and Lesnar was out the company 2004. They never fought. They never fought. Sadly. That'd be cool though. One man that mimics Goldberg's moving and Brock that just tosses guys down with German suplexes. Brock Lesnar looking like an albino, while Bobby Lashley just looks like a naked MNR if you put fucking steroids in it. That'd be crazy, though. That would be crazy if I cared about Bobby Lashley lost to Finn Balor, Mike. Bobby Lashley fucked up against Finn Balor. How do you lose to Finn Balor? I don't know. If it was anybody else, if you remember Umaga would rape Finn Balor. There's potential for a match between The Rock and Brock Lesnar. Because The Rock is rumored to return in 2018 in LA. When are they going to LA? 34 already passed. They're up to 35. And 34 we were in New Orleans. 35 we're going to Phoenix next year. And that's a lot of bullshit that we doing, because we were in Arizona in 2010. We were just in New Orleans in 2014, and this year we were in New Orleans again in 2018. That's 4 years. It's going to be near a decade that we were in Phoenix, and I like 2010 WrestleMania. It's trash right now because there's literally nobody big in the roster, bro. Nobody has anything important to say. Nobody has important stuff about the show to talk about, and I hate it. I hate most of the roster. I don't care. I'm not being a sexist. I don't care about this Evolution show. I talked about this before earlier in this stream. That literally all the women can't pick up their weight. None of these women are mainstream. These women, if they were more relevant, they would be doing Trojan commercials after during SmackDown commercials after the show. Yeah, I don't care about this Evolution, and this is where I fucking am with WWE. They're trash. They can't do shit. The Evolution is going to be terrible. It's already weak enough that people want to waste time watching this goddamn show. Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. If it was Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, all I want to see is Charlotte Flair get better in the mic, because all she is a wussy bitch. She has not actually evolved her goddamn mic skills. Ronda Rousey needs to get better at the mic. I think she can be cooler as a wrestler. She needs to do a lot more harsher shit. She needs to be more brutal. I wouldn't mind to see that match, but Charlotte's gonna be irrelevant when she faces off against Becky Lynch in Evolution. That nobody's still gonna watch. It's like going to fucking. If you remember watching WWE main event or watching WWE Superstars, that's how it's gonna feel. It's going to be a low attendance than watching a SmackDown or a bad Monday Night Raw, because Monday Night Raw already has poor ratings for most of this year, from 3 million to start off the 1 hour gap to 2 million, up to 3 hours from 2. It's just poor. It's poor if you really care about this show. And the main event was trash. After actually some decent questions, except the WrestleMania one, because we already know what happened over those WrestleManias. Yeah, the main event. It was an alright match. It was the best match in the card, because it was Seth Rollins. It was the best competitors. Drew McIntyre could be a main eventer. I want to see Drew McIntyre facing off against Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman, but they don't do matches like that. They don't have Drew McIntyre facing off with Bobby Lashley. Why is he tagging with Dolph Ziggler? Still nobody knows. I've been doing it for 35 minutes, and I still don't figure out why is he feuding with Drew McIntyre. Why is he with Drew McIntyre over the course of this video? Over the course of the show, we never had explanations. They're just here to watch their backs. They've been holding the tag team titles, and we haven't seen anybody else. Nobody ever chases the guy with the belt. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre tag team champions. How come nobody else is chasing them? They're not dangerous. It's Dolph Ziggler. The guy wrestles like a gefilte fish. That's all, little bro. Thanks for telling me your opinion or options about everything. And talk to you later, bro. Okay. Yo, good luck, bro. Thank you for at least paying attention to the stream. Don't forget to unsubscribe. Just don't forget to unsubscribe. Yeah. Don't call me little bro, by the way. Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. It's good to have some people actually have some good stuff to say about the video and talk about what they want to see in the future. Even though I would love to see these matches come to life, I wouldn't like it. In my opinion, the show was a mess. I hope if Roman Reigns really, I still have trust issues about the leukemia. In my opinion, I still have trust issues with the leukemia. Over all the times we've seen lying about mental disability, we've seen lying about actual personal problems. The actual real shit that happened was back in 2009 when Matt Hardy was feuding with Jeff Hardy, and literally Jeff Hardy's house blew up and his dog died. That's fucked up, but that really did happen. Yeah. So, that fucked up. That was fucked up, and that really did happen. And Matt Hardy tried to confront that to a feud until I Quit match happened at Extreme. No, I think that was Backlash. But anything else, it ended, and that's all I gotta say. Raw gets a fucking 4 out of 10. That leukemia moment doesn't put up the score. I'm broad with my statements. There was nothing big about the show. I don't care about the backstage segment with Alicia Fox, that other bitch against Lita, and fucking Trish Stratus. These women are 40. They would be my dad's side pieces at this point. That's how fucking hot they are. But I swear, if I see them in the pay per view, they're gonna be doing a few matches a few moves that you remember, and that's it. I'm done here. It's fucking 4 out of 10. That's -1 for the hour they spent on national television. If you want to hear some mobile shit, maybe I'll talk about the Falcons and Giants game because I watched that as well during the entire broadcast. So, yeah, that's it. 4 out of 10. Don't forget it. Kill yourself. Thank you for the people that commented and had a lot to say over the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you.